Bandeyam Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Bitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitam Sya Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurun Milidam Yena Tasma Shigurave Nama Gorva Bistam Supurkam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shirupa Patanugam Govinda Abhidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vitam Sundaram Bande Vishwa Guruncha Divyat Bhagavad Prem Noe Bijapradam Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelan Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bandetam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shriram Bansha Kopatarubhyasya Kripasindubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. This is with translation and commentary by Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and this is Antya-lila chapter 10. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts prashadam from his devotees. Text 1. Bande Shri Krishna Chaitanyam Bhakta Nugraha Kataram Yena Kenapi Santushtam Bhakta Dattena Shraddhaya. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is always pleased to accept anything given with faith and love by his devotees and is always ready to bestow mercy upon them. Jaya Jaya Gaurachandra Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaurabhakta Brinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Sri Nityananda Prabhu, all glories to Sri Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Varshantare sab bhakta prabhure dekite paramanande sabe nilachala jaite. The next year all the devotees were very pleased to go to Jagannath Puri, Nilachala, to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advaita Charya Gosai Sarva Agra Ganya Acharya Ratna Acharya Nidhi Srivas Adidanya. Advaita Acharya led the party from Bengal. He was followed by Acharya Ratna, Acharya Nidhi, Srivas Thakur, and other glorious devotees. Jajapi Prabhur Agya Gore Rahite Tatapi Nityananda Preme Chalila Dekite. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Lord Nityananda to stay in Bengal. But nevertheless, because of ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda also went to see him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had ordered Lord Nityananda to stay in Bengal, but nevertheless, because of ecstatic love, Lord Nityananda also went to see him. Anuragera lakana e birina himane Tara agya bange tara sangera karane. Indeed, it is a symptom of real affection that one breaks the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not caring for the regulative principles to associate with him. So it says, Bidi nahi mane. He didn't care for just the principles of Vidi Marg or some regulations. He rather, Lord Nityananda, desired to be in the association of Mahaprabhu. Rase Jadshe Garajaite Gopire Agyadila Tara Agya Bange Tara Sange Sebrahila. During the Rasa dance, Krishna asked all the gopis to return home, but they neglected his order and stayed there for his association. Agyapalane Krishner Jaiche Paritosh Preme Agya Bangile Hoy Kote Sukha Paosh. If one carries out Krishna's order, Krishna is certainly pleased. But if one sometimes breaks his order due to ecstatic love, that gives him millions of times greater happiness. So this is the principle, but it's a high principle. It's not that one breaks the Lord's order or is negligent in following the Lord's order out of desire for one's personal satisfaction, but it's rather breaking the order out of attraction for participating more in the service of the Lord. Vasudeva Datta Murari Gupta Gangadas Shriman Sena Shriman Pandit Akinchana Krishnadas Murari Garuda Pandit Burimantakan Sanjaya Purushottama Pandita Bhagavan Shuklambar Nashingananda Arajatajan Sabai Chalila Nam Najalikan. Vasudeva Datta, Murari Gupta, Gangadas, Shriman Sen, Shriman Pandit, Akinchana Krishnadas, Murari Gupta, Garuda Pandit, Buddhimanta Khan, Sanjaya Purushottama, Bhagavan Pandit, Shuklambar Brahmachari, Nishringananda Brahmachari, and many others joined together to go to Jagannath Puri. It would be impossible to mention the names of them all. Kulina Grami, Kandabasi, Milila Asya, Shivananda Sena, Chalila, Sabare Loya. The inhabitants of Kulinagram in Kanda also came and joined. Shivananda Sen took the leadership and thus started taking care of them all. Raghava Pandit jhali, Sanjaya, Damayanti, Jatadrabya, Diache, Korea. Raghava Pandit came with bags of food prepared very nicely by his sister, Damayanti. So Raghava Pandit is one of the places where Mahaprabhu is always present, in the house of Raghava Pandit. And Raghava Pandit is very exalted in his worship of the deities, and his sister, Damayanti, is always sending prashadam to Mahaprabhu, which we'll hear about now, but she's also very dedicated to Mahaprabhu's service, always supplying bags of many different preparations. Nana Purva Bhakya Dravya Prabhura Jogya Bhog Vatsareka Prabhu Jaha Korana Upajog. Damayanti made varieties of unparalleled food just suitable for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to eat. The Lord ate it continually for 1 year. Amrakashandi Arakashandi Jalakashandinam Nembuara Amrakoli Bibida Bidan Amshi Arakanda Thailamra Amashata Jatnakori Gundakori Purana Sukuta. These are the names of some of the pickles and condiments in the bags of Raghava Pandit. Amrakashandi, Arakashandi, Jalakashandi, Nembu Ara, Amrakoli, Amshi Amakanda, Thailamra, and Amasata. With great attention, Damayanti also made dried bitter vegetables into a powder. Sukuta Boli Abhagyana Koryachite Sukutaya Je Sukha Prabhur Tahanahi Pachamrite. Do not neglect Sukuta because it is a bitter preparation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu derived more happiness from eating this Sukuta than from drinking Panchamrita, a preparation of milk, sugar, ghee, honey, and yogurt. So also, yes, whenever one takes prashadam, especially in Bengal, there always will be some bitter along with the preparations. We also do that here in the temple. Bhavagrahi Mahaprabhu Snehamatra Loy Sukuta Pata Kashandite Mahasukapai. Since Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he extracts the purpose from everything. He accepted Damayanti's affection for him, and therefore he derived great pleasure even from the dried bitter leaves of Sukuta and from Kashandi. a sour condiment. So it's here it mentions Mahaprabhu extracts the purpose from everything. That means he ultimately what he takes is what is offered with affection. He extracts affection from the devotees, and that is what he's extracting from Damayanti's offering, her affection. Manusya buddhi Damayanti kore prabhurpai Guru bhojane udare kabu ama hoya jai. Because of her natural love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Damayanti considered the Lord as a human being. Therefore, she thought that he would become sick by overeating, and there would be mucus within his abdomen. So what is meant here is not that Damayanti did not appreciate the divinity of Mahaprabhu, but she's thinking of him in a very personal way. She's thinking of him as a person, just as a mother, even though her son or daughter may be grown, even though her son or daughter may be grown, often out of maternal affection. A mother may treat her grown son or daughter as her child and baby that person. We have seen that is a natural effect of affection. So Damayanti had that kind of affectionate relationship with Mahaprabhu, and she's always worried he'll become sick. I must take care to see that he gets the proper. These condiments are meant for helping digestion, many of them. So they're taken with the meal and they'll help one digest the meal. Sukuta kaile se ama hoibeka nas esnehamoni babi prabhura ulas. Because of sincere affection, she thought that eating the sukuta would cure the Lord's disease. Considering these affectionate thoughts of Damayanti, the Lord was very pleased. So sometimes different food, especially food that is very rich, it'll produce mucus. So Damayanti is thinking, by offering this sukuta, it will reduce the burden upon one's, after eating something heavy, it will reduce something that the effect of that heavy meal, and it will reduce, therefore, the effect of mucus being produced by food. Or with Mahaprabhu, we won't say food, but we'll say bhoga, what is offered to him. Not bhoga, rather bhika or bhoga. Bhoga is okay. It's not that Damayanti is thinking that Mahaprabhu is an ordinary person, but out of affection, she wants to take care of him. Priyena sangratya vipakka sanidav upahitam vakshasi pivarastani srajam nakachid vijahod jalavilam vasanti premni guna navastuni. A dear lover strung a garland and placed it on the shoulder of his beloved in the presence of her co-wives. She had raised breast and was very beautiful, yet although the garland was tainted with mud, she did not reject it, for its value lay not in material things, but in love. So this verse, a Sanskrit verse, it's from the Kirat Arjuniya by Bhairavi, Kirat Arjuniya by Bhairavi, repeated, a dear lover strung a garland and placed it on the shoulder of his beloved in the presence of her co-wives. She had raised breast and was very beautiful, yet although the garland was tainted with mud, she did not reject it, for its value lay not in material things, but in love. So the garland had some mud on it, but this but it's being offered to his beloved, and she's very happy to receive it, even though there may be some mud on it, because it is the affection which she is happy to receive. Daniya moharir tandula gunda korea naru bandi jaiche chini paka korea. Damayanti powdered coriander and aniseeds, cooked them with sugar, and made them into sweet balls in the shape of small balls. Shunti kanda naru ara ama pitahar pritak pritak mandi bastrara kutali bitar. She made sweetmeat balls with dried ginger to remove mucus caused by too much bile. She put all these preparations separately into small cloth bags. So she's making different kinds of condiments, different kinds of pickles, different kinds of achar, all these different kinds of things which are to be taken with the meal that will enhance the taste of the meal and also help one in one's digestion of the meal. Koli shunti, koli churna, koli kanda ar, katanama loiba, shata prakara achar. These things are not eaten in big quantity. They're just eaten simply with the meal. She made 100 varieties of condiments and pickles. She also made koli sunti, koli churna, koli kanda, and many other preparations. How many should I name? So these are, koli apparently refers to berries, so dried berries, powder of berries, another preparation of berries. So there are different preparations made. Not always, as I tried unsuccessfully to translate it, but not always is there an English equivalent. Do you just have to go by whatever the name is? And if you maybe go to an Indian market and you know the name, possibly they will know what the preparation is. Narikela Kandanadu, Aranadu Gangajal, Chirastai Kanda Bikar, Korila Sakal. She made many sweetmeats in the shape of balls. Some were made with powdered coconut, and others looked as white as the water of the Ganges. In this way, she made many varieties of long-lasting sugar confections. Virastai, Kirasar, Mandadi Vikar, Amrita Karpura, Adi Aneka Prakar. She made long-lasting cheese, many varieties of sweetmeats with milk and cream, and many other varied preparations such as Amrita Karpur. And Karpur refers to camphor. So, and I also remember when I was new to the mission, the devotees sometimes would make sweet rice with a little camphor in it. It was very tasty. Salika chuti danyara atapa chidakori nutana bastrara bora kutali sababari. She made flat rice from fine unboiled jhali patty and filled a large bag made of new cloth. So when they used the camphor, of course, it was raw camphor. It wasn't the ones that are processed into little tablets. It was bulk raw camphor, which they also burned in offerings to the deities. Kateka chida hundum kore gritete bhajia chinipake nadu koila karpuraridia. She made some of the flat rice into puff rice, fried it in ghee, cooked it in sugar juice, mixed in some camphor, and rolled it into balls. So, okay, kutika actually is katika chira hudum kore gritete bhajia. So it's chira. She made rice into chira, which is flat rice, another kind of flat rice. Jhali, that's where the Chir Doi festival in Panihati, that's Chira. They sometimes sell it by a northern Indian name. They call it, what is it? I just thought of the name and then I forgot. Poha. Poha is in the Sali Danyera Tandula Bhaja Churna Korea Grita Shikta Churna Koila Chini Pakdiya Karpura Maricha Lavanga Lache Rasavas Churnadiya Nadu Koila Parama Suvas. She powdered fine grains of fine rice, moistened the powder with ghee and cooked it in a solution of sugar. Thus she added camphor, black pepper, cloves, cardamom, and other spices, and rolled the mixture into balls that were very palatable and aromatic. I've also often said this also about reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, that some of the words here are not even necessarily modern Bengali, because much of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, if not all, is in Sadhu Bhasha, language which is different than what is spoken on the streets of Bengal today. That may be Chalik Bhasha, but that, so words like, what is it, like, I believe salt will be lavanya. Lavan, pardon me, salt will be lavan. But nowadays they will call it, is it noon? So there are different words, and if one wants to understand something that is being said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, then you have the implements to be able to look up different words and understand what they mean. They may not be given in the translation here, but they can be found. Sali Danyera Koi Puna Gritete Bajia Chinipak Ugda Koila Karpuraridia. She took parched rice from fine paddy, fried it in ghee, cooked it in a sugar solution, mixed in some camphor, and thus made a preparation called ugda or murki. So I remember when we would go on parikrama, especially when we got to Harihara Chetra on the third day, they would serve here the preparation is mentioned is where is it? Mixing with camphor, and then made a preparation here, and thus made a preparation called ugda or murki. So they used to serve out to the devotees murki muri, and murki muri was basically puffed rice with small pieces of gur in it that they would serve to the devotees, and they would serve it along with yogurt.
What's rice paddy?
Rice paddy is generally, I believe it refers to the rice that is picked from the fields when it still has the husk on it. I believe that's called paddy. In other words, before they remove the husk. Because when they're making, nowadays, or apparently there's one kind of rice that's made by removing the husk by putting it in boiling water, and it will remove the husk. I mean, apparently that was being done, and the devotees didn't always like to offer that kind of rice because they would consider it's been partially cooked to remove the husk. So anyway, that is my understanding. It could be. But paddy refers to I believe, the rice that's coming from the fields. Once the stalk is removed, but it still is not processed or anything. Futkalai churnakori grite bajaila chinipake karpurare dia narukoila. Another variety of sweet was made from fused peas that were powdered, fried in ghee, and then cooked in sugar juice. Camphor was added, and then the mixture was rolled into balls. So these preparations are, they're condiments, and they're made. They're obviously time-consuming, but they're made to be taken with meals, and they're very special. Just like I remember there was one preparation that Srila Sridhar Maharaj's sister used to make. It was very special. It was called Gokul Pita. And it was made with coconut, and it was a sweet. It was very, very delicious. I'm not.
Like syrup also?
Yeah.
I made that one time. I think it must have been that. There was a devotee in Calcutta. She made it one time.
Yeah, other people could make it, but especially Srila Sridhar Maharaj's sister Ramadidi, she used to make that. Kohite na janinam e janme jahar achenana bhakya dravya sahasra prakar. I could not mention the names of all these wonderful eatables, even in a lifetime. Damayanti made hundreds and thousands of varieties. Raghavera agya ara korana Damayanti tuhara prabhute sneho parama bhakati. Damayanti made all these preparations following the order of her brother, Raghava Pandit. Both of them had unlimited affection for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and were advanced in devotional service. Gangam Ritika Ani Bastrate Chaniya Panpade Korea Dila Ganda Dravya Diya. Damayanti took earth from the Ganges, dried it, powdered it, strained it through a fine cloth, mixed in aromatic ingredients, and rolled it into small balls. Well, these are very affectionate things, preparations being made. I remember once when Srila Prabhupada was very ill, his sister brought a very elaborately made meal. We used to call her Pishima, and she brought this meal made with mustard oil and all these other things that she'd cook. Of course, Prabhupada tried to eat it, but he was not able. But he tried to eat it because he said sometimes when one is in an acute condition or ill, the cure may involve the greatest poison. So it was food that he loved but could not digest, but he ate it thinking that it may provide some kind of, what could we say, some kind of affectionate shock to his system. Patalamrit patre sandanadibari arasab bastubari bastrera kutuhali. The condiments and similar items were put into small earthen pots, and everything else was put into small cloth bags. Samanya jhali hoite, duiguna jhali koila, paripati kori sab jhali baraila. From small bags, Damayanti made bags that were twice as large. Then with great attention, she filled all the large ones with the small ones. So great attention is going into describing these preparations, because This is raghavera jhali. This is an important thing to Mahaprabhu that Damayanti prepares for him and sends every year. Jali bandi moharadika agraha korea tina bojari jali bane krama korea. She then wrapped and sealed each and every bag with great attention. The bags were carried by 3 bearers, one after another. It took 3 persons to carry all the preparations that she made. That was placed in small bags and in small earthen pots, and then they were put in other bags, and everything was carefully wrapped and sealed. Sankepi kohilune jalir bichar raghavera jali boli vikyati jahar. And these are cloth bags. They're not plastic bags or paper bags. They're cloth bags. Sankepi kohilun a jalera bichar raghavera jali boli vikyati jahar. Thus I have briefly described the bags that have become famous as raghavera jali. Jalira upara munsiba makaradvajkar Pranarupe Jalirake Hoyatatpar. The superintendent for all these bags was Makaradvajkar, who kept them with great attention, like his very life. Emate Vaishnava Sab Nilachaliaila Daibe Jagannathera Se Dina Antya-lila. Thus all the Vaishnavas from Bengal went to Jagannath Puri. By chance, they arrived on the day when Lord Jagannath performs pastimes in the water. You know, we also have those pastimes in the water at Navadip, where a boat would, in the Govinda Kund, would take a deity of Mahaprabhu out to the temple there. And the devotees would all be in boats also. Narendra jale Govinda nokate chadiya jala krida koresa bhakta ganaloya. Boarding a boat in the water of Narendra-sarovara, Lord Govinda performs his water pastimes with all the devotees. Boarding a boat in the water of Narendra-sarovara, Lord Govinda performed his water pastimes with all the devotees. Sekale Mahaprabhu Bhakta. So Lord Govinda is the deity. Obviously, they're not going to take Jagannath, Baladev, and Subhadra, and they're very huge, and they're not taking them for the water pastimes. But Lord Govinda is the pastime deity. The deity has, let me see, that deity has a Lord Govinda is like the deity. He's the Vijay Vigraha. That's what they call it, the Vijay Vigraha. The deity who is, able to go and perform the water pastimes. Narendra Jali Govinda Nokate Chariya Jala Krida Koresa Bhakta Ganaloya. Boarding a boat in the water of Narendra-sarovara, Lord Govinda performed his water pastimes with all the devotees. Sekale Mahaprabhu Bhaktagan Sange Narendra Aila Dekite Jalakeli Range. Then Mahaprabhu arrived with his personal associates to see the jubilant pastimes of Lord Jagannath in Narendra-sarovara. But actually, Vijay Vigraha is in place of Lord Jagannath, who performs these pastimes. It's a deity who performs the pastimes. Sikali Aila Sab Godera Bhaktagan Narendra Te Prabhu Sange Hoila Milan. At the same time, all the devotees from Bengal arrived at the lake and had a great meeting with the Lord. So as we heard when Madhavendra Puri was traveling through Ramuna with the load of sandalwood, with with the load of sandalwood that he was taking for his deity of Gopal in Vrindavan. The deity of Gopal appeared to Narendra-sarovara Puri in a dream and said, the body or the form of Ramuna, of Gopinath, is not different from me, so you don't have to bring all the sandalwood on this arduous trip back to Vrindavan. You can simply have the sandalwood rubbed into paste and placed on the body of Gopinath, and that will satisfy me. So with this idea, the Vijay Vigraha of Jagannath, Govinda, is the Lord, and that deity will be on the water pastimes as non-different from Jagannath. Sekali sab Godera Bhaktagan, Narendra-te Prabhu Sange Hoila Milan. At the same time, all the devotees from Bengal arrived at the lake and had a great meeting with the Lord. Bhaktagan Padayani, Bhaktagan Padayasi Prabhura Charane, Uttana Prabhu Sabare Koila Lingane. All the devotees immediately fell at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the Lord lifted and embraced every one of them, because they had all arrived from Bengal, and coincidentally it was the day of the Lord's water pastimes. So Mahaprabhu was there to see the water pastimes, and the devotees all arrived at that time from Bengal, and the Lord's embracing them. Gaudiya Sampradaya Sab Korana Kirtan Prabhura Milane Ute Primara Krandan. The Gaudiya Sampradaya, consisting of all the devotees from Bengal, began congregational chanting. When they met the Lord, they began they began to cry loudly in ecstatic love. Jalakrita, Bhadyagita, Nartana Kirtan, Mahakolahala Tire, Shalila Kelan. Because of the pastimes in the water, there was great jubilation on the shore with music, singing, chanting, and dancing, creating a tumultuous sound. Gaudiya Sankirtane Ara, Rodana Milia, Mahakolahala Hoila, Ramandabariya. Indeed, the chanting and crying of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas mixed and created a tumultuous sound vibration that filled the entire universe. Sabhakta Loya Prabhu, Namilena Jale, Sabloya Jalakrita Korana Kutuhale. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered the water with his devotees and began his pastimes with them in great jubilation. Prabhu E Jalakrita Dasa Brindavan, Chaitanya Mangale Vistari, Korijachana Varnan. In his Chaitanya Mangal, now known as Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur has given a detailed description of the activities the Lord performed in the water. Puna ihan barnile, puna rukte hoy, vyarta likana hoy, aragranta badai. There is no use in again describing here the activities of the Lord. It would simply be repetitious and would increase the size of this book. Jala lila kori Govinda chalila aloy, nijagana loya Prabhu gela devaloy. After concluding his pastimes in the water, Lord Govinda returned to his residence. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the temple, taking all his devotees with him. The deity referred to herein as Govinda is the Vijay Vigraha in the temple of Jagannath. When there is a need to take Jagannath somewhere, the Vijay Vigraha is taken because the body of Jagannath is very heavy. The Vijay Vigraha in the Jagannath temple is known as Govinda. For the pastimes in Narendra-sarovara, the Vijay Vigraha was carried there instead of Lord Jagannath. Jagannath Deki Puna Nijagariyaila Prasad Anaya Bhakta Gane Koya Kaojaila. When Mahaprabhu returned to his residence after visiting the temple of Jagannath, he asked for a large quantity of Lord Jagannath's prashadam, which he then distributed among his devotees so that they could eat sumptuously. Ishtagosti Sabloya Katakan koila nija nija purva vashai sabai pataila. After talking with all the devotees for some time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked them to occupy the individual residences in which they had lived the previous year. Govinda Tai, Raghava Jali, Samar Pila, Bhojana Grihera, Kone Jali Govinda, Rakila. Raghava Pandit delivered the bags of eatables to Govinda, who kept them in a corner of the dining room. Purva Vatsarer Jali, Ajara Korea, Dravya Varibare Rake Anya Griheloya. Govinda thoroughly emptied the bags from the previous year and kept them in another room to fill them with other goods. Arad Dina Mahaprabhu Nijagan Loya, Jagannath Dekilena, Shayotane Jana. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went with his personal devotees to see Lord Jagannath when Lord Jagannath arose early in the morning. Beda Sankirtana Tahan Aramba Korila Shata Sampradaya Tabe Gaite Lagila. After seeing Lord Jagannath, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began his all-encompassing Sankirtan. He formed 7 groups, which then began to chant. So, I remember when I was with Srila Prabhupada in Andhra Pradesh in Tirupati temple. They took us early in the morning to see the rising of the deities, and there weren't any. It was dark, but they illuminated. They gave us darshan of the deities by big ladles, or like flattened spoons of burning camphor, which they used to illuminate, show the deity, first the feet and the waist and everything, and they did this whole thing showing the deity by burning camphor. That was very, very wonderful. And that was the temple of Tirupati. Those kind of darshans, you won't get that kind of darshan. You have to wait in line, sometimes 6-7 hours normally, to get darshan of that deity. But they took Prabhupada in there early in the morning to see the rising of the deity. Shata Sampradaya Nritya Kore Shatajan Advaita Charyara Prabhu Nityananda. In each of the 7 groups was a principal dancer, such as Advaita Charya or Lord Nityananda, Bhakreshwara, Chutananda, Pandita Shrivas, Satyaraj, Khan, Ara, Naraharidas. The dancers in other groups were Bhakreshwara Pandit, Achutananda, Pandita, Pandit Shrivas, Satyaraj Khan, and Naraharidas. So after seeing Lord Jagannath, Mahaprabhu began kirtan. He formed 7 groups, which then began to chant, and each of the 7 groups was a principal dancer, such as Advaita Charya or Lord Nityananda. The dancers in the other groups were Bhakreshwara Pandit, Chutananda, Pandit Shrivas, Satyaraj Khan, and Naraharidas. So Pandita Shrivas, of course, Shrivas Pandit. Shata Sampradaya Prabhu Horana Brahman, Mora Sampradaya Prabhu Aiche Sabarman. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walked from one group to another, inspecting them, the men in each group thought, the Lord is within our group. Sankirtan, Kolahale, Akasha Berila, Sabjagannath, Basi, Dekite. The congregational chanting made a tumultuous roar that filled the sky. All the inhabitants of Jagannath Puri came to see the kirtan. So each is another one of the Lord's mystic actions that all the devotees think he's present in their group. Raja Ase Durideke Nijagan Loya Nijapatni Sabdeke Atali Chadiya. Accompanied by his personal staff, the king also came there and watched from a distance, and all the queens watched from the elevated parts of the palace. Kirtana tope prithvi koritalamo haridwani korilog hoilakolaho. Due to the forceful vibration of kirtan, the entire world began trembling. When everyone chanted the holy name, they made a tumultuous sound. So the king's palace, where's the king has a palace in Puri in addition to his regular palaces. Emata kata kana koraila kirtan apanena chite tabe prabhur hoilaman. In this way, the Lord had congregational chanting performed for some time, and then he himself desired to dance. Shata dike shata sambradaya gaya bajai madhye maha prema veshe nache gorarai. The 7 groups began chanting and beating their drums in 7 directions. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began dancing in the center in great ecstatic love. Udiya para Mahaprabhu mane smriti hoila swarupere separa gaite Antya-lila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remembered a line in the Risan language and ordered Swarup Damodar to sing it. Jagamohan pari munda jo. Let my head fall at the feet of Jagannath in the kirtan hall known as Jagamohan. E pari nritya koren parama veshe sabalok chodike prabhur prima jali babe. Simply because of this line, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing in great ecstatic love. People all around him floated in the water of his tears. Bol bol bolina prabhus Shri Bahu Tulia Haridwani Korilok Anande Basya. Raising his 2 arms, the Lord said, Bol, bol, chant, chant, floating in transcendental bliss. The people responded by chanting the holy name of Hari. Prabhupade Murchajai Shwasa Nahiyar Achambite Ute Prabhu Korea Hunkar. The Lord fell to the ground unconscious, not even breathing. Then suddenly he stood up, making a roaring sound. Sagana Pulaka Jena Simulera Taru Kabu Prafulitanga Kabu Hoi Saru. The hairs on his body constantly stood up like the thorns on a simula tree. Sometimes his body was swollen, and sometimes lean and thin. Prati Roma Kupe Hoi Prasveda Raktogam Jaja Gaga Pari Mumu Gadgada Bachan. He bled and perspired from every pore of his body. His voice faltered. Unable to say the line properly, he uttered only Jaja Gaga Pari Mumu. The line is Jagamohan Pari Mundajo. But Mahaprabhu, because of his ecstasy, he says, Jaja Gaga Pari Mumu. Egg danta jena pritak nade aiche nade danta jena bume kashipade. All his teeth shook as if each was separate from the others. Indeed, they seemed about to fall to the ground. Kane kane bare prabhur ananda vesh tritiya prahara hoila nritya nahisesh. His transcendental bliss increased at every moment. Therefore, even by mid-afternoon, the dancing had not ended. Sablokera utaila nandasagar, sablok pasarila, deha atmagar. The ocean of transcendental bliss overflowed, and everyone present forgot his body, mind, and home. Tabe Nityananda Prabhu Shri Jila Upai Krame Krame Kirtaniya Rakila Sabai. Then Lord Nityananda found a way to end the kirtan. He gradually stopped all the chanters. Swarupera Sange Matra Ek Sampradai Swarupera Sange Seha Mandaswaragai. Thus only one group continued chanting with Swarup Damodar, and they chanted very softly. So everyone is exhausted. This beautiful kirtan. Kolahal Nahi Prabhur Kichubaya Hoila Tabe Nityananda Savar Shrama Janila, there was no longer a tumultuous sound. When there was no longer a tumultuous sound, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to external consciousness. Then Nityananda Prabhu informed him of the fatigue of the chanters and dancers. Bhakta Shrama, Jani Koila, Kirtanas, Samapan, Sabaloya Asekoila, Samudre Snapan. Understanding the fatigue of the devotees, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped the kirtan. Then he bathed in the sea, accompanied by them all. Sabloya Prabhu Koila, Prasad Bojan, Sabare Vidai, Dila, Korite Shayan. Then Mahaprabhu took prashadam with all of them and then asked them to return to their dwellings and take rest. Gambhirar Dware Koren, Apane Shayan, Govinda Siya Kore, Parasamvahan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lay down at the door of the Gambhir where he's staying, and Govinda came there to massage his legs. So tomorrow I'll continue with this reading from this point. What will follow is a pastime where Mahaprabhu is fatigued from the kirtan, and Govinda comes while Mahaprabhu is lying in the doorway. So this incident is also a very beautiful incident and very well known in the pastimes of Mahaprabhu. We'll hear about that tomorrow. Now I'll sing Hari Haraya. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopa Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Ganananda Shiva Sadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna Echai Gosai Kori Charana Banan Jao Ite Vignana Shamishta Puran Echai Gosai Jabe Echai Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Tasama Padarenu Mora Panchagras Pader Charana Sebi Bhakta Sanebas Janame Janame More Abilas Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Binduman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narasamuda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Juki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charyasta Tara Sada Shishimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajaka Charya Ashtatara Sada Shishimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Sananta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavad Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvabaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai, Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai, Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai, Shri Koladvip Ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai, Sokel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram Ki Jai, Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shivrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.